Karnataka, it's not just limited to what we were discussing far as the ballot paper controversy is concerned, but amidst the so-called power tussle which seems to be brewing in Karnataka, at least a report of it which has been making headlines for quite some month. In the backdrop of all of that, we have a statement coming in from the side of Priyank Kharge, who's made a cryptic statement, possibly many interpreting it as a reply to DK Suresh's statement when it comes to the leadership tussle. On this particular statement, what DK Suresh said, viewers, was that there is an end to everything, whether good or bad. It is the gods who will decide. Then we have a statement which has come from the side of Mr. Priyank Kharge. First, let's listen into that. Let's put this entire story in perspective for us. Before we play that reaction out, let's go across to Neha. Neha, take us through what did Mr. Priyank Kharge respond when it came to the entire controversy. DK Suresh earlier had dropped a big hint. Now there seems to be a reaction coming in from the side of Priyank Kharge.
Well, that's right. In fact, talk to the DK brothers here in the state of Karnataka, and they have been dropping cryptic hints about the leadership change. Remember, DK Suresh first said that there's good news that's expected very shortly on the sidelines of the political state of affairs in Karnataka. Then cut to DK's Shivakumar himself after he returned from Delhi. When we asked him about his talks with the High Command, the leadership change, he said that, of course, it's a matter of time. Now again, you have DK Suresh here, of course, who said that things will eventually, of course, end. And now when we ask Priyank Kharge about this, while of course he's targeted the media here saying we are reading between the lines, it is in fact his own party men. DK Suresh in fact has gone on to make a statement here. Priyank Kharge now coming forward and saying that what DK Suresh said was that it was during the time of Sankranti that bitter and sweet in fact arrives, and that we'll of course have to wait and see. It's a decision of God here, quite literally, of course. What we're seeing is the debate around the leadership tussle in the state refusing to die down. While, of course, initially we saw it was the 2.5-year mark where the discussion arose. Then later we saw it was around the New Year time. Now Sankranti as well, the festival of harvest having passed by. We'll really, of course, have to wait and see. Yesterday as well, the Chief Minister responding to this saying that he would go to Delhi if he's called. Now, whether all lies in the hands of the High Command, or like Mr. DK Suresh said, whether of course it is going to be time for change is something that the party would have to answer.
All right, and we have a reaction, the initial reaction from DK Suresh, Neha, which had led to this entire controversy. Let's listen into that, and then we listen into what Kharge Jr. had to say in response.
Paksha already ಹೇಳಿದೆ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಇರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂಕ್ತ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ತಗೋತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡಿ ಕೆ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಮೊದಲಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಶಿಸ್ತಿನ ಸಿಪಾಯಿ. ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣನ ಹಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿ ಇರೋದು 2028ರ ಚುನಾವಣೆ.
So this is what DK Suresh said earlier on the power tussle, the so-called power tussle. Viewers, listen in to what Priyank Kharge has had to say.
What Mr. DK Suresh said, there is an end to everything. Correct? Whether it is the good or the bad. And God will decide. And that's how the circle of life works, right?
So politically is that being read between the lines?
See, nobody reads it between the lines except the media. We are not reading it between the lines.
He had also earlier said that.
Like I said, the day media stops reading between the lines, things will be okay.
So it was he who said that there would be good news.
Yeah, like I said, stop reading between the lines. So what is the good news? Ask him. What is the bad news? Ask him. Whatever it is. So the good, he has been very categorically saying that Sankranti festival is there. It comes with good and bad. It comes with sweet and bitter. And we will take it whatever God decides.
And Neha is live with us on the broadcast. Neha, if I could come to you, how are we to interpret this statement? A very interesting statement. DK Suresh says, expect good news soon. Obviously, the next day, he's seemed to be, if one could interpret it in that way, in a sort of climb down from that statement, said that the top brass will decide, eventually we'll see what happens. And now Priyank Kharge says it's a circle of life, isn't it?
Well, that's right. Very cryptic hints here that are being dropped by senior Congress leaders, whether this is DK Suresh, whether this is Priyank Kharge now. Of course, while no one categorically pointing out and really suggesting whether there's going to be a change of guard in the state or not, of course, it's ultimately left to one's, reading between the lines here about what may happen. DK Shivakumar earlier did not shy away from saying that his sole purpose of going to Delhi was to meet the High Command. On returning, rather upbeat as well, he said that even Siddaramaiah, in fact, is his supporter, that he's also agreed to abide by the decision of the High Command. And now Priyank Kharge, they're also, of course, dropping quite a cryptic hint. They're saying that it's all a circle of life, isn't it, really? So we'll, of course, have to wait and see. The guessing game continues in the state of Karnataka. But whether, of course, the charge of the BJP here, that amidst this entire power tussle, development has taken a backseat, whether that holds any water or not is something that the political debate around would not die down.
Interesting statement coming in from the side of Priyank Kharge. Fast-paced developments coming in from the state of Karnataka. We'll keep an eye on all these stories. Thank you, Neha, for joining us for all these updates. We slip into a short commercial break. News and updates on the other side. Please don't go anywhere.